Yo, okay, y'all, it has been a while since I actually talked to y'all for real, and it's just kind of strange. This is the part about being a content creator, YouTube creator, that is the challenge. And it's like, I feel like why it took me years to really commit to it because it's been a month since I posted on YouTube, but it's been a month since I like sat down and posted YouTube content. And that's not cool. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm not the only content creator to take some to do that. And it just is what it is. So I'm almost monetized. I have like 900 more hours to go before I'm monetized. And that doesn't take a lot of time to get if I'm doing my shit. So y'all just my apologies for not really being here. So I have a lot to catch y'all up on. This is going to be some video diary type stuff. Because I don't want it to be too long, I'm thinking I'm going to split this into one, two, maybe three videos. So let's talk about the tubal. So I had my tubes tied, right? On the 31st of July. And I think I shared it with y'all, but I share it with y'all again. um when they started making the appointments, when they started to make the appointments, like, okay, what is the time, it stopped, like, oh shit, it's getting real. I've always dreamt about having a tubal. It's always been like so cool to just think about not having to worry about getting pregnant, especially during pregnancy scares for someone like me. A pregnancy scare for somebody like me who knows under any circumstance I wouldn't want kids hits a little different. Actually, I think it probably made it easier, but than somebody who wants kids one day. It's like, oh my God, I just wish it was away. And I haven't been sexually active, all year. But whenever I am sexually active and I'm with my man, and I mean, I know I don't want to use no damn condom, but I just want that freedom. And it's just like, I don't want condoms, and I don't want birth control. And I also don't want to be just fucking, um, popping Plan Bs. I mean, it's just not feasible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it works a little better if I was willing to be on birth control, but I'm not. So that's just kind of is what that is. Um, so I knew that this was going to be the right choice. So I ended up doing a journal entry around the time that they was calling, and saying, okay, your steps in order to get it done. And so I wrote a journal entry, and I was only able to come up with two reasons why I would want children. Because, it was one thing to just focus on why you don't want any, but I think it's also important to just for me to think about for the first time really in life, just think about why I would want them. And I can only come up with two reasons. One reason was I don't like religion, and I want to really raise my child to be a law of attraction beast and prove the world wrong and all that shit. And it's like, okay, that's all about me. It's all about my ego. That's not really a good reason. I don't think children are experiments for us. You need to have a child only because you want to be responsible for another human and give it your soul and your heart and your everything for both of y'all's lives. And I don't care how old we get. I mean, I have the world's most wonderful mom, and I see how me and my sister can go through things in any area of our lives. It's in her to put herself second, and that's part of the reason what makes her a great mother. Um, but that's also something I know I'm not really willing to do. And so my second reason for getting my tubes tied, my second reason for like that I would want to have a child, is because it would be pretty cool to have like a little me, running around. Like, that's so cool, to have. It's kind of weird that my bloodline to be over with once I'm dead. It's kind of strange. But that's also just egotistical. It's all about me. It's about my ego. I want somebody around to have my DNA. I mean, I think for a lot of reasons that one alone is good enough. I've heard some of the worst reasons in the world that people have kids, and we see why we got a lot of fucked up individuals in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because people having kids for like the most egotistical, stupid reasons. I think, I want somebody to take care of me when I'm old. Your child may not like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You can hire that. That is no reason to risk your life as a woman giving birth, and it's no reason to that doesn't make you fit. I don't even get why that's even there. I mean, that's great. I mean, but I just think that should be like 10% of your reason. 90% should be, I want to dedicate my life to another human forever. I feel like risking my life is worth it, because the mortality rate with women having kids is huge. So you need to feel it is worth dying for. Is it worth you dying for? Is it worth you having lifelong complications for? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth in all of that? Is it worth scarring? Is it worth the trauma of the body? Is it worth all of that for you to do it? We haven't even gotten to the lifelong part of raising and all of that, and how difficult parenting is, even with $1 million. I don't. Parenting is still hard. So I still, so that's not really saying shit. You know, religion. A lot of people have kids out of religious reasons. I feel like I don't care what it is. Still, you would think that this wouldn't happen anymore, but women are still having kids to trap the nigga. And vice versa. My ex tried to trap me, and oh my god, if I had the mother gene, if I wanted kids, I would have been trapped into that, because I would have had his baby. I would have done it, because the way I felt about the deep love and fucking feeling I had for that fucking Zambian, and all the shit he was saying about he want me to have kids with him, like that's I would have. I can see for a second, I can empathize with how, if you really want to be a mom and you got a dude you in love with telling you all that, how you would do it and just wish for the best, just play poker with this motherfucker. But that's what saved me. Me not wanting to have kids saved my life, because that would have been abusive. Whoo, that would he. Whoo. But anyway, we want to get too deep into that. But anyway, so I did all of that. So I went through with it. So the morning of the tubal, so I had some decisions to make, because um my travel schedule. I wanted to be get back traveling like in a couple of weeks, but if I had the tool with them, they don't recommend traveling and lifting things heavy, all that shit, to like basically mid September. So I had to decide whether I wanted to get more time in Europe during the summer months, or whether I wanted to have the tubal. But after thinking about it, it's like, okay, I need to go ahead and get this going, because I'm gonna be bent the fuck over all up and through Europe, okay? And I'm not trying to use condoms the whole time. I'm going down there and getting in my relationship. And the last thing I want to be thinking about is, damn, why didn't I get them my fucking tubes tied? Because here I am, knocked up or whatever it is. So it's like, okay, I'm go ahead and do it. So I felt some nervousness. I think before any surgery you feel nervous. So I felt nervous or whatever, but the doctors were really nice and professional. We did it the morning of. I was like nervous, and I called my ex-boyfriend, who still loves me to this day. We talked about him coming and seeing me and stuff like that, and I felt better and all that. And then we had it. It was over with, and the anesthesia was a motherfucker. It was, but it's been pretty painless. It's been a week and a day actually since I had it. And so, my stomach is just, still swollen and stuff. And so I feel like I was felt good, normal, like, okay, cool. And then it just kind of like, it's like, wow. Then I would like see kids for the first time in my life. I would see children and think, wow, I ain't never gonna have one of them. Like, it's real now. And it was a confusing feeling that I would have. I didn't think I would have that feeling, but it's almost like, I don't know. It's like having something in theory and having it done can take some processing. I don't care if it's getting $1 million, getting a relationship, or anything, that becomes real. It's still kind of like, wow, like I really, I had to write about it. I feel like I had to acknowledge I had feelings about it. Again, it didn't miraculously make me want to go and have kids, but it's just like, wow, that's really crazy. I really can't have them now. Like, it's, I can't have them. So it's just something for me to think about. So I started. Why are you talking and texting for free when you know me? You need to become a trained phone operator and sexter. Yes, we still getting coin. You can do this 100% anonymously in your drawers at home. We build your profile. We train you. We coach you. We do everything we need to make sure you get these results. So if you want to make some money sitting in your drawers at home, you need to come hit us up for a small investment fee. We do all the heavy work. So all you got to do is have a heavy bank account. All right. So go to mobilemoney365.com and hit us in the DM to get these coins, girl. Feeling, I think so. Yesterday, the day before, so for about 4 days, Now I've been working on getting my energy back where it needed to be. For several reasons. So, um, since we're talking about the tubal and healing, so let's just tie this into something else that I've been having to process and think about and to shift. So, y'all already know, if y'all been following me, y'all know my struggle with body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is like vibrational abuse about my stomach. Me feel like my stomach is huge. Me just really just being verbally just abusive, just negative energy, just hateful really towards my abdomen. That manifested PAH. It's no doubt about it. That's what manifested a disorder where my stomach looked crazy. So then I had to go get air scoped, and the healing process has been slow. I still have swelling. Like even before I did the tubal, I still like have swelling. It's still like hard, like parts where the anesthesia was from air scope in my stomach. It's still like slight lopsidedness, which is all they told me was all gonna happen. They even told me that when some people go back for their 3 week, for the 3 month follow up, which I have in like a week, which I have on the 17th of this month, it is still swelling. Like it takes 6 months to get your final result. Like so, they already told me that. But I just really had to write a journal entry and an apology letter to my abdomen because I was still keeping up with some of the same habits. Let me explain. Meaning, I have air sculpture, and on some days my stomach looks good and flatter, and then other days that shit could just be feeling like swollen again, and it kind of still looks like a miniature version of what it was. It's night and day, but it's the swelling is still in the upper and lower abdomen. It's still there. I got a lymphatic massage a couple of weeks ago, and she said, yeah, I mean it's swollen from the surgery. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's fat, but it is. And I just remember just paying attention to my thoughts. I was still being mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you take too long to heal. You're still swollen. Oh, it's still big. It's still I'm still doing that, and it's like, and then my poor abdomen. Now I have like new scars on my stomach, new swelling that comes along with getting a tubal. It's not bad, but it's definitely there. I mean, it's like 4 little hole things, and my belly button is all weird on the inside. It went inside my belly button, so it's like I have swelling in that abdomen there. So my stomach is. I still don't have my final flat result, and it's just swollen and shit like that. And I feel like, due to me not being able to be active, which is another thing that I was thinking about with the tubal, because I was going to have to prolong being active, working out the way I want to because of the tubal. All right. And so I feel like I see some fat around the area that it wasn't worked on coming, like, getting there. It can really fuck with my head, but I'm really working on loving it. I was like, I just don't want to handle myself the way I handle myself. I've got to change. You know what I'm saying? I have to change. I have to. I have to fucking change. I can't be so mean to my body. I was mean for 30 fucking 4 years to my abdomen. Even when it was flat, I talked shit about it. It's not flat, our stomach's big. With body dysmorphia manifested some deformity shit. So I was still berating and mean. Then my fucking stomach is doing its best to heal with the trauma. Now, again, air sculptus is as good as it's gonna get right now, but it still is a surgery, some type of trauma to my midsection, and my body is doing its best to heal as best as it can. And here I am, you're not healing fast enough, like this fucking mean ass bitch. And then it's like I get another thing done to my stomach with the tubalization, and it's like, and I was like, and it just hit me that I have to stop. And I still, like, I can do it right now. Just rub my stomach and love it and appreciate it, because you are doing your best. You are doing your best to heal. You're doing your best. You're still swollen. You've been through a lot. And I got teary eyed when I wrote that journal entry, because it's like, I need to stop being so mean. I don't even handle men like that. When that fucking Zambian was hurtful to me, I never berated him. I went off on him and told his ass how I felt at times. Oh yeah, but at the same time, I had this unconditional love. No matter what he did to me, hurt me, did all that shit. But my stomach ain't ever done nothing to me, and all it's doing now is trying to heal. And I have the nerve to be feeling bad about it. Like, what the fuck? I need to give my stomach love that it's never really gotten. This is new. So I have to give my stomach grace and I have to give myself grace. This is a new paradigm for me of appreciating my belly. And I have to appreciate it. It's doing its best. So I literally rub it versus rubbing it and complaining, oh, I feel fat here, or oh, it's still looking good, oh, it's still swollen, or why it's not swollen, it's so perfect yet, why it's not. It's like, Sydney, your abdomen has been his, your body has been through a lot, and you need to be loving. Number one, it's going to expedite healing, but number two, you really got to change. So I've been working on that. So I mentioned working out earlier. So it's been several things prevent me from working out. We have to remember something else. So remember, if in March, right, I was in Cape Town, I was working out all the time. I was getting stronger physically. You know, when you're lifting weights you never lifted before, you're getting stronger and you're doing all of that. And then I thought I hurt the hernia. As y'all know, just for those who've been following my journey with all of this, you know the story. I'm just going to give it the fast version. In March, thought I had a hernia, so stopped working out. So I haven't been active since March, and it is August. So that's 5 months. That's a long time of me not being active. And so we have that. So then I get air sculpture. So I don't work out the whole time. So between me thinking I got a hernia and air sculpture, I don't work out because I thought I had a hernia. So I said, okay, shit, and I'm scared to work out. So then March, so May 17th, I have air sculpture. Well, you can't work out the first couple of weeks with that. But I read somewhere that you need to wait till the swelling goes down in order to work out. But I had that mistaken. So I was like, okay. But then when I figured out, okay, I called the nurses at Air Sculpt. I was like, they was like, well, working out will help with the swelling, will help it go down at this point. They were saying it helped swelling gets worse when you're in that 2 week period, when you really post op. I was like, oh, okay. So then I'm like, I started back. So I went and I started back working out. Only to remember that I have a back injury that's not healed. So I got hurt myself in Cape Town in 2021. It's like a muscle thing. It flares up. It's just fucking annoying. But I remember I went to in this gym and I said I'm just gonna do 30 minutes of cardio and do some abs and I'm gonna do that. And then because I had it scheduled to work out with my personal trainer virtually, he's still in Cape Town, like the following week. But I wanted to go ahead and be active. My back was total fuck up. It was just hurting. I couldn't even walk on a treadmill. The shit was hurting, and it just wasn't right. So then I booked a session with a chiropractor. Realized that my one foot was longer than the other, and that's a big reason why my back never healed. So that's a process, right? So I only seen her twice, and then I had the tubal, so I have to wait until at least 2 weeks before I can go back to see the chiropractor, and we'll take it from there. So timeline. Power off. So it's like I just felt frustration because then it's the actual tubal. So they say no doing nothing crazy till mid-September. So it's like fuck. So I really want to get my body in shape. I really want to exercise. I feel like I've gotten a little. I feel I've gained some weight. Not much, but some weight. Probably about 10 pounds or so, I feel, because I mean, I ain't been doing nothing, And so I just feel like everything is requiring patience. Because even if I wanted to work, even if I wouldn't have had the tubal, I would have had to take it easy due to my back. So everything is like, So we have that. And then I find myself wanting to rush things and figure out ways to work out and stuff like that, all because I feel like my stomach is getting bigger. I feel like it's kind of like this thing again. It's like I need to like relax. I'm not relaxing. I'm still I have to master patience and body acceptance, because you know what? So the fuck what? If I gain another, so what? Let's if I could if I gain some more weight in these next few weeks. You know what the good thing about all of this is, now that I've gotten the air sculpture, I can actually work out and I can really lose my stomach fat and really get my body where it needs to be. It's like this year minus the 3 months. It's just really been all about like this road to like body reconstruction in my head and physically. So it's like I have to change my fucking heal from body dysmorphia. Stop being mean to my body. That's been going on for fucking 30 years, fucking 34 years, so I have to practice that, which is new to me, and I give myself grace for that. Then I have to, it's so many steps that go, it's like steps that go along to getting me to where I can perform in the gym up to tip top shape. Because even when I was working out in Cape Town, we had to stop like throughout certain, like 4 or 5 times sometimes throughout sessions, me to stretch my back. I couldn't do certain exercises. I was limited. I'm doing what I could, but I was limited. And the back injury was weird. It won't bother me for months and to flare back up. It's just really crazy. So I feel like patience is key, because I am where I am, and I'm very fortunate. I'm in a very fortunate position because all of these things had to be addressed, right? I had to fucking do air sculpture to fix the PAH so that I could fix my fucking shit. I'm happy about that. I had to fix my back. And getting the tuba was the best choice for me. So it kind of is what it is. I'm going to have to practice some self-acceptance. I'm going to have to make this not this big deal that my mind wants to make it to make. Because in actuality, worst case scenario, I have until like I can start back working out, jumping off shit, doing lifting whatever I want to do, full throttle without stopping in about 5 weeks. It's not the end of the world, Sydney. It's okay. And so what if you gain some weight? I feel like I have, and I can say that. And I can feel in my face, like I feel like I just notice stuff. My work is to practice unconditional love, the way I've given these unworthy ass niggas my whole life. The way I just used to just see the beauty in them no matter what they did, even though they did wrong. My body, though I have been rough on it vibrationally, all my blood work is fucking perfect. Pussy's healthy, no diabetes, no nothing. I ain't never broke a bone. I'm physically fucking great. I have a little bit of extra fat that can go away quickly. I'm all right. That's my work. And that's why this is happening the way this is. I feel like that's why I need to learn a deeper lesson. I need to learn to stop fucking being mean to myself on some shallow shit. When all of the shit that matters is flawless. I still look fucking great. My body is leaps and bounds better than it was whenever I had that fucking disorder. Worst case scenario with all of this is I go back and get another round of air sculpture if it ain't where it need to be. They do revisions for free, and fuck, I can afford it. I'll go back and do it all over again while working out. Nothing is wrong. 5 weeks go by like this, and I can be back working out. It's okay. And I'm still beautiful. That's the part I gotta get in my motherfucking head. I'm still beautiful. This time last year, I would have begged to be in the body that I am now. Gotta remember that shit sometime. Which leads me to my next and final point of this video. Food has been very unappetizing to me lately. I haven't been interested in it, and I was talking to my very, very, very spiritual friend. She's like so fucking spiritual, and I love her so much. I love her dearly. And I feel like it's a reason why I don't want to eat. I feel like I want to do the master cleanse, the lemonade diet. And now, last time I did the master cleanse was years and years and years and years and years ago, 20 something shit. It had to be over a decade ago that I did it for 10 days straight. I feel like it's a perfect time for me to do a cleanse, y'all. I need to detox. I do want to lose some weight. I'm not really feeling food. I don't know how to describe it. I have so many favorite foods. I love kale. I love quinoa. I love this pizza place. I love so many things, but none of it is appetizing. I don't really want to eat anything. And it feels almost spiritual. And I thought, okay, maybe it's because of the tubal. Maybe the tubal affected my appetite. And I don't know nothing about no goddamn tubal gonna do with my damn appetite. So I think I made that up. So it's like, this would be the perfect time to do a cleanse. And I feel like figuring out what I want to eat each day is like a burden. I don't want to think about it. It's like, oh, and I'm a foodie. You have to understand how much I love food. Like looking forward to eating is like perfect. My mom was a great cook. It's just an abundance of food. I got so much food and it's nothing I'm appreciative of. It's just like, okay. But I really feel like I don't know. I just don't want to eat anything. I really think a liquid diet would be great. Diet would be great. So with that being said, I'm starting the process of mentally preparing, which I think I'm already there. Just to be easier, to go ahead and do the lemonade diet for 10 days. That would be wonderful. Like just to drink some shit. That seems like a reward to me right now, honestly. And I've never quite felt like this before. And also doing lemonade diets, doing cleanses, doing liquid diets, which is the hardest diet you're ever going to do in life, is great for manifestations, great for focus. If I can rewire my brain to not eat, rewire my brain to do something completely different that's so natural to it, I can rewire it to do anything. I can rewire it from poverty to wealth, to from sickness to health, to whatever, to no man to a man or whatever. I can manifest anything. And so I'm really feeling like I want to just do that and practice more food alchemy. This whole trip home, y'all, has been amazing. It's been great in every way that something can be great. But I'm having to learn patience. And I'm having to learn to really get to that next level with my thinking. And I'm having to learn to disqualify certain programs. Body dysmorphia, finding shit is like, okay, it's my body. Then I had this thing where I think my face is huge. It's like, Sydney, are you transferring your body dysmorphia disorder? And I am going to actually get back with my I actually haven't had a therapy session since I've been home, and I'm thinking I need to do that again. So lemonade diet is coming up. I'm thinking I'm going to look up on my to-do list is actually to look up the recipe for it to see what I need to get. I know what I need to get, but I need to know the quantities of things I need to get. And so I'm thinking I want to go and do that. But that would be great for my body. And I just been here, the U.S. we ain't got the best food. Got a lot of bullshit in our food. So I just feel like my body's just been through a lot with that. I've been used to being overseas eating cleaner food. And so I just want to redo everything, and it takes mental work. So that is the video diary that's here. Now, if you're not on my Facebook subscription, then that means you got this video later than them. So you're a little late on this video. But I think that's it. So that's my message. I love my body. I appreciate my stomach for what it's doing. It's doing its best, man. It's doing its best. If a person that I loved was healing from a fucking car accident, I would not be mad because they ain't running and walking. I would just accept them and love them and teach them patience. And that's what I'm gonna do here. So that's the update, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Oh, and I have been feeling better and better. The feelings about the tubal are pretty much they're kind of fading. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was kind of heavy. I was really thinking about that a lot, like for like 2 days. But I think I'm kind of pretty much getting back to normal with it. I know I made the right choice. No doubt about that. I'm really gonna feel good about it when I'm getting this raw dick all up in Paris. Feeling great about that. So, and if you join on my Facebook subscription, which I'm gonna put the link in the description, I'm gonna talk about like what I did, the things I do, my techniques to getting myself out of that energy. And stay tuned for the next video diary because I have to talk about this sexy ass Frenchman that I met. God damn, he fine. We've been talking and shit, and he just gets me all riled up. His motherfucker looks good. I can't wait to lick on his damn balls. He don't know that though. But anyway, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for listening to this. Leave comments. Let me know how y'all feel. I love y'all.